Jaguar the band dog. Shout out to G. Shout out to A Mills. You know, whenever y'all leave in a comment, I try to make sure I look out for you guys because the goal of this channel is for us to connect and share our ideas to make sure that we the best dog handlers, trainers, dog people we possibly can be. And what better way than just exchange ideas? So shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all support. Go check out the other ones, the do's and don't list of raising a puppy. This one is the items that you get. And then the third one, if you're interested, leave in a comment. I can tell you all the supplements I use, all the stuff I use for fleas and ticks, all the whatever. I'll put that in the third one. Let me know. Drop a like, drop a comment. But here we go. Puppy items for your American Sentinel. The first thing you want to get is some nice leashes. I recommend getting at least two. A 4-foot leash and a 5-foot leash. I like the 5 foots better than the 6, but I do have a 6-foot leather leash that I use, but I don't really use it that much any longer because these rope leashes are amazing because they nice and thick and the handles are amazing. Not only that, for specific situations, you can use it as a slip lead. If you're not familiar with a slip lead is, if you look at Cesar Millan's videos, anytime he come up there with his little leash, if you notice, he just put it over their neck and it's not connected to a collar. That's what a slip lead is you don't connect it to a collar. You just put it over their neck and then slip it on just like that. And these leashes that I'm recommending to you, if you go right on Amazon, you can get them. They're not even expensive. High quality, should last you for years. So definitely get those leashes right there. Because and the reason why I say the slip lead, say if you out with a dog, right? And you might have some animal run after you. You might not have something on you, but you gotta subdue this animal. So you can put that over their neck and boom, slip it on them just like that. Or that's just one example. There's many examples out there to use that leash. And like I said, it's great and nice handle on there. Number second is your collars. Get a nice flat collar, but just know that the collar that you get will probably be only for a puppy because they grow so fast. But the prong collar will last you even as a puppy. And make sure you get a Herm Springer. Don't go cheap here. And you can get the 2.25 or the 3.2. Mine is 3.2. I got this specific little one Herm Springer later because I had a Herm Springer hidden. It's called a hidden. It doesn't look like a prong collar, but it is a prong collar. So when you get your 2.25 prongs, just buy some extra links. So as they get bigger, you'll be able to add the links on there. You'll never have to go wrong again. So that's the max size I would get is the 3.2s. It's either 2.20, I think it's 2.5 or 2.25. Don't go past the 3.2. That's there. So get those right there. So that way you start. The prong collar is going to teach your dog how to walk on air, walk loose on a leash. It's going to prevent a lot of situations, and it's not harmful. People be saying that they be tripping. And also, thirdly, you want to get a tactical collar that has like a handle on it. So when you doing work with your dog, whether you just doing the agility, whatever it is you're doing some bite work or whatever it is that you're doing, you have that right there. Now, I got this as an adult, but it's 22 to 27 inches, and it has a lot of space. I thought it was too big, but I got it on there right. So if you get the 17 to 22 inch type one, that should be fine. That should be fine for you as well. But that's the tactical one, and it had that special material. I think it's called Theopane or something like that. For those who want to know, they know that material that's long lasting right there. And like I said, I use that to work. You know what I mean? He know it's time to work, even if I'm doing like scent. Because I've been trying to get them to learn this scent tracking. I put that on them too. Obedience, whatever. So he knows it's time to work. Because dogs start to associate certain things. So, and here you go. You make sure you get a crate. A double door crate is recommended. I just got a basic crate. Jaguar isn't a skateboard artist, and some of them can. I actually have the 42 inch one. But just so you know, Jaguar is basically, he's basically maxed out at 42. Now, he's trained, so I don't really have to put him in the leash. Only if I needed to, like, put him in a crate. I mean, I don't really have to put him in there because because he's basically trained. But if you wanted your American Sentinel to have a little bit more space outside of the 42 inch, then go ahead and get yourself a 48 inch. And make sure that, you know, it's the double doors. I recommend that one because you can have it on different sides. You got the front door and then the side door. It's just more convenient having the double doors. So if you want a little bit more space for your American Sentinel as you get older, get the 48. But if not, the 42 inch. And also make sure you use the divider that comes with it when you're doing a puppy training, as far as the potty training. So yeah, there you go. And here you go. Your Sentinel probably is going to love fetch. If he does, those chuck it balls are amazing. Also, look, I found out lacrosse balls, because Jaguar used to always find them, and I've collected so many of them. But he still like the chuck it balls over the fetch balls. And one thing you want to do is never ever use tennis balls. It's like sandpaper for their teeth, and it makes sense too. So never ever ever use tennis balls ever, okay? Never use tennis balls. Use the nice little chuck it balls or some lacrosse balls or something like that. And the chuck it balls, if you get the launcher, that'll mean you can launch it on there, and that's how you start to build the fun up with your dog. Because the goal with your dog is to be the funnest thing. You want to be funner than everybody else, so that way outside distractions won't really be a problem for you. Get yourself a nice flirt pole. All the stuff you can get on Amazon. Get yourself a nice flirt pole. One thing about the flirt pole, you do not take tug with your flirt pole. It's there for him to build up his prey drive, build up his stamina, endurance, and build up the bond with you. However, it's also the beginning. I like to use it is for you to teach your dog an out, because they would destroy a flirt pole and you have to keep buying them. So the purpose is to have him chase it, and when he gets it, then that's when it start the problem. That's when you start to teaching them in and out. Now, of course, it's a process, but that's what you want to do. And get your own separate tug toy where you can play tug of war with them, which is another way to build up their strength and build up their bond with you. Remember, guys, you want to be the funnest thing out there. So you want to get these right here. I'm telling you, you're going to love this. Here are some things just in case you have some accidents. Accidents is going to happen, just like little kids. Certain things going to happen. So say if you cut in your dog's nails and it start bleeding, you go too far on it quick and they start bleeding. This stuff is called Curakin Stop Bleeding Power. You can find it right on Amazon. Curakin Stop Bleeding Power. So if it's heavily gushing out, because it'll stop the bleeding pretty quick. Because if not, I don't know if you ever did this accidentally. That's the reason why I bought it. I accidentally chopped Jaguars off, and they kept bleeding and bleeding and bleeding. You know, as a puppy parent, he's feeling guilty. I'm like, yo, what's going on? But then I discovered this bleeding, and then boom, I stopped bleeding power. And I even accidentally cut myself. I even use it on my stuff. So that's that right there. And another thing, it's similar. It's not necessarily stop bleeding. This is called Absorbine Silver Honey. It works amazing. It has colloidal silver in it. It has Manuka honey. If you research Manuka honey, it has a lot of properties for it. So if your dog get bit by like a bug and get like a rash or a hot spot or whatever, you can put this on there. Also, if your dog got wounded, prevents infection and cleans it out, and it also allows your wound to heal so much faster. So I highly recommend that right there. That right there for sure. And of course, you're gonna need a seatbelt strap for your car. Just go in there, Google that, have that in your car. So you just hook it up to their collar, so that way they won't be flying all over in the car. And some people might got a crate in their car or their truck, but if you don't, you want to get that seatbelt strap for your car. Real simple. This is very important. A Bluetooth speaker. Let's talk about a Bluetooth speaker. Now, some of us already have a Bluetooth speaker, so that's amazing. So one thing I take advantage of is sounds. Sounds is very, very important for your puppy. The power of music is amazing. So I like to play classical music, jazz music, soundscape music, stuff that's real calm for your dog. And it's not only magically calm for your dog, it's also magically calm for yourself. That's one thing you want to do. So hook it up to your computer. You can just go right to You can hook it up right to your computer and you go right to YouTube and type in dog music. That's one thing. Another thing is to desensitize your dog even faster and better. They have dog desensitizing sounds on YouTube. So it might be loud vacuums, fire engines, fire stuff, alarms, gunshots, police vehicles, all those annoying sounds that a lot of dogs can't handle. They got it on YouTube, and the great thing about it is you'll allow it to play. You can just have it playing in the background. And one thing about the desensitizing sounds, you want to change the volume. So you start off low and get it higher and steady it out. And you just randomly change the volume so it can be at different sounds, and your dog will get desensitized to those sounds, and it'll make it easier for your dog overall. Because a lot of problems dogs have is they can't deal with sounds, and a lot of dogs nerves is all messed up all because of sound. So that's a little trick right there. So make sure you get a Bluetooth speaker. It don't got to be nothing crazy. And of course you're gonna get your poop bags. I usually buy 1,000. That lasts me a couple of years for 1,000. But y'all know I got my dog walking business, so I go through them. I use a lot of times I use my clients' bags. So, but you get the picture. And make sure you get some dog wipes, because certain things happen. Get yourself some dog wipes. Yeah. And if you want your dog to let you know he goes to the bathroom, once you start the process of potty training him, get yourself a doorknob bell. Get yourself a doorknob bell, and once he goes out, he or she is gonna be like boom, and that way you'll know when to take your dog out. But just a FYI on this, when dogs, a lot of these American Sentinels, they outside dogs. They not lap dogs that want to be in the house all day. So they get real clever. They like, oh, smack. Even if I don't got to use the bathroom, I still ring the bell. So you do have to deal with that a little bit. But I still recommend the doorknob bell, because it does help you there. Even though as you start in the process of potty training, you're going to have to be taking your dogs out every 20, 30 minutes and praising them and going through the process of teaching them how to easily be potty trained. Urine destroyer. So like I said, accidents do happen. I have this stuff called Angry Orange that is real orange smell and it's concentrated. So I buy like an 8-ounce one. So every 2 ounces, mix it with some water, it makes 32 ounces. So that 8 ounce turns into a gallon. You can find that right there and you'll see what it is. Because if you have an accident, if your dogs keep having accidents, it destroys it. So that way they won't. Because once they have accidents, sometimes they'll keep wanting to use it in the same area. And of course, some ear wipes to clean your dog's ear off. I got some Pet MD ones that's like aloe vera and whatever in there. You just clean it. And one thing about dogs is not like cutting their nails. Dogs like their ears clean. So you shouldn't have no problem with that one. They like their ears clean. It just feels good to them too. So, yeah. And one thing you don't want to do is, I'm telling you this, is if you want your dog to be potty trained and go to the bathroom outside, do not buy puppy training pads, because you're training them to use the bathroom inside. So if they start using it inside, okay, they doing it, but that's not your goal. Your goal is for them to use the bathroom outside. So I would never buy puppy training pads. It looks good and you think it like, oh no, don't do it. Don't do it. And if, like I said, whatever other videos y'all might need from me, if y'all need me to break it down for the potty training or whatever it is you want to do for a puppy, man, and I appreciate your support. We grinding out here. Like I said, make sure you go through this. You can always send me an email at Jalik, Jlik, at jaguarthebandog.com. Jalik at jaguarthebandog.com. And I'll be glad to help you guys. Like I said, the purpose of this channel is for you guys to learn as much as you can, and also share ideas with me, because I love to learn too, and that way we can be better dog handlers. And don't forget to subscribe. Peace.